Great. I'd like to welcome everybody to the regular meeting of the Pickleweed Advisory Committee on April 2nd, 2025. The time is 7:03 p.m. and I ask Becky to please take roll.
All right. Sergio Campos.
Present.
All right. Maidum Nguyen.
Present.
Yeah. Darlene Ruiz.
Present.
Kate Sprague.
Kate is not here.
Not there yet. Okay. Janet Sanchez.
Present.
Okay. And Rosa Vasquez, I believe, is absent tonight. Luis
Correct.
Yao.
Yes.
Okay. And then our Park and Rec commissioners are both out as well.
Great.
Thank you.
I'd like to note for the record that Mai is going to be a voting member tonight. Okay, item number 1, approval of the regular meeting. Sorry. Regular minutes of the February 5th, 2025 advisory meeting. Has everybody had a chance to look over the minutes?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Any changes or corrections? No. Okay, do we have a motion and a second to adopt the minutes?
I'll motion to adopt the minutes of the February 9th meeting.
Okay, February 5th meeting.
February
Do we have a second? And Darlene? Did you get that, Becky?
Was that Jana and Darla?
Correct.
Yes.
Darlene?
Okay, Darlene.
Yep.
Janet. Okay, great. All right. Member Campos.
You approve?
Yes.
I approve.
Okay. Member Nguyen.
I approve.
Member Ruiz.
Approve.
Member Sanchez.
Approve.
And Member Youst.
Yes. Approved.
All right, motion approved. Thank you.
Great, thank you, Becky. Now, item number 2, meeting open to the public. Is there anybody here this evening that has anything to say that is not on the agenda? Okay, seeing none, we'll close public comment and we'll go for matters before the committee. So tonight we have a very special presentation. Tomorrow marks the 23rd anniversary of Louise Yost's initial appointment to the Pickleweed Advisory Committee.
Oh,
She knew, so she stood up. So the term limits imposed by the city several years ago, this is sadly Louise's last meeting, official meeting with us. However, in fighting the state, I was reading through minutes, and long before she became appointed in 2002, she used to attend the meetings quite regularly. So I hope we can expect you to continue to come as a member of the audience and contribute as you have. You've been an advocate for all members of the canal community with a special focus on environmental and social issues. And on behalf of the committee, the department, and the city, I would like to extend our sincere appreciation for all of your service. And you also should be getting something from City Council too. Thank you. 23 years is a long time on the committee. So Louise was part of this when they did all the planning for the renovation back in 2006. She was before that, part of the park planning and helping with all these the co-sponsorship and all the different program guidance. So you've done a lot of work and we really appreciate that.
Oh, thank you.
Thank
So welcome. Honor.
Okay, now moving on to item 4. As is the case we have applications this evening in sections 4 and 5. The Pickleweed Advisory Committee has the authority to grant a fee reduction, a full fee waiver, reject an application, and ask an applicant to resubmit with additional information or reject the co-sponsorship application altogether. Members must also consider the committee's annual total allocation of $160,000 in fees that can be waived and attempt to support a diversity of programs meeting a wide variety of ages, interests, and needs in the community. The fee waiver potentially results in lost revenue to the city should a paying program be interested in renting the facilities at that time. That's one reason why several years ago they kind of made specific meetings for different periods of time so that the committee can then evaluate all of your proposals together rather than receive them haphazardly. So what we do is we're going through these next two items were presented at our last meeting. And so the committee's had a chance to read them, reflect. They saw the presentation last time, and they will get to vote. So item A is the Marin YMCA's summer camp program. At the February 5th, 2025 regular meeting, the Pickleweed Advisory Committee received an application and presentation from the YMCA requesting full co-sponsorship of rental fees for their proposed YMCA summer camp at Albert J. Borrell Community Center. The YMCA plans to serve 70 school-identified children with a safe summer program that will provide academic, social, and emotional development for all free of charge to the participants. The application requests the use of many of the center's rooms and amenities. As was done in the past, in order to accommodate other programs in the facility, staff recommends granting the YMCA enough rooms for them to successfully face daily activities. Should the committee agree, additional rooms, primarily gymnasium, could then be granted on a daily space available basis. Generally, the activity fits well with the center's schedule and is very much needed in the community. The nonprofit value of full co-sponsorship totals $24,657 while still retaining space for other programs. Any members of the committee have any additional questions since they were able to ask at our other meeting? No? No. Okay, I'm gonna open up public comment. Anybody else from the public have a comment about this item? Okay, do we have a motion to approve this or take news? Darlene, you follow the recommendation to approve?
Yeah.
Okay. Do we have a second?
Second.
Louise, you're going out big this time, right?
Yeah.
All right. Did you get that, Becky?
I did, yes. Member Campos.
Yes, I approve.
All right. Member Nguyen,
Approve.
Member Ruiz,
Approve.
and Member Youst. Or I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Member Sanchez
Approve.
and Member Youst.
Yes.
All right, motion approved. Thank you.
Thank you. Moving on to 4B, the Canal Alliance Access U Foundation, Canal FC. At the February 5th, 2025 regular meeting, the Pickleweed Advisory Committee received an application and presentation from Canal FC requesting a full fee waiver valued at $2,550 for use of one soccer field on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 4 to 5:30 p.m. and Sundays from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m., excluding holidays for both a summer clinic, July 7th to August 17th, and a fall session, September 2nd to November 2nd, 2025. Does any of our committee members have any questions or statements about the presentation we received last time? No? Any members of the public have any comments? Seeing none, do we have a motion regarding this item?
Are we still on track to have the fields up and running?
Yes,
Yes.
should be open by summer.
By someone. I'd like to move that we approve fee waiver for Canal Alliance Access U Foundation, Canal FC. Foosball, what's the abbreviation?
The
Foosball,
football club.
oh, in English.
Okay. I'll second it.
Okay. Becky, did you get that?
Who was the second?
Janet?
Janet.
Oh, Janet, great. Thank you. All right, Member Campos,
I approve.
Member Nguyen,
Approve.
Member Ruiz,
Approve.
Member Sanchez,
Approve.
and Member Youst.
Yes, approve.
Great, motion approved. Thank you.
Great.
Making good time. Moving on to item 5. Now for this, since we have a big crowd, when your item comes up, you're welcome to come up to the table and sit to present. And we'll go, and for all of these upcoming items, the committee will make the recommendation on all of them at our June 5th, 2025 regular meeting. So come have a seat. Thanks, Rebecca. I'll give a little background. Vivillon is interested in continuing to provide an experienced instructor to offer a free Zumba class in order to older adults at the Albert J. Borrell Community Center. Additionally, there continues to be an interest in older adult programming in the Canal community. The term of the proposed older adult program is from September 1st, 2025 through August 31st, 2026. The applicant is requesting a full fee waiver valued at $2,167 for use of the gymnasium on Thursdays during the school year from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. and the multipurpose room during the summer, excluding holidays and closures. And while we're here reviewing their application, we've got Rebecca Wilson from Vivillon, who will then support her presentation. So welcome.
Hi, everybody. It feels weird having my mask. Thank you for having me here. We're really excited. Oops, let me see if I can move these control or hide them. Hide video panel. Hide meeting controls. Okay. And hopefully that one will go away. We're really excited to be here again. This is our third year having offered this Zumba class that's for older adults to the community here at Albert J. Borough Center. And we would love to continue offering it. We are excited that our attendance has increased a little bit over the last year and hope to be able to continue that. So this is a photo of our instructor and participants here at Albert J. Borough in the gymnasium. And I will share just a really brief presentation about our program. So our outcome, our goal of offering this is to provide a lower intensity workout opportunity focused on balance, range of motion and coordination. And Zumba really fits that. It includes lots of different elements of fitness, cardiovascular, muscle conditioning, flexibility, and balance. So this is a picture just from a couple weeks ago of the class. The lighting's not super great, but you can see the participants look to be enjoying themselves a lot. And this is some participant feedback we collected. We survey our participants on class satisfaction. And these are some of the quotes that really stood out to me. So somebody said, "I want to keep this class forever." That was my favorite. The program helped reduce my diabetes, keeps me healthy, great instructor, fun and accessible, teachers great, lots of space to really enjoy the class, love this class, great exercise and fun. And a lot of people particularly just love the space here at Albert J. Borough. It's a really big gym compared to where the class is taught where I work at Vivillon. People are like, "Can we do it here more?" So I know they really enjoy the facility. And the air conditioning and just having tons of space to move around. And then this is our instructor, Jimna. She's been teaching here at Albert J. Borough the whole time we've offered it here. She also teaches Zumba 3 times a week over at Vivillon. And a lot of the participants come from Vivillon here and vice versa. So I feel like it's a nice connection to different parts of the community. And our satisfaction results were very high. So every participant reported being very satisfied with the class and very likely to recommend it to someone else. And they all really, really appreciate Jimna, and Jimna has shared similar things with us that she really likes teaching here as well. So in summary, we would love the opportunity to continue offering this class at Albert J. Borough Community Center, and we really do feel that it's making a positive impact on community members based on the survey data that we've collected and the conversations we've had. We are happy that the overall attendance increased. I think we were hovering around 8 to 10 people per class this year, which is up a little bit from last year, but we would like to continue to see that increase even more if we're able to continue offering it. And we just value the partnership we have with you guys and hope to continue it. So that's it for me.
I just want to echo what Rebecca said. As the students come out, they pass by my office and they're always so bubbly afterwards. I mean, they just love the class. And Gemma is also bilingual, Spanish, English, and some of the students are Vietnamese as well. And the good thing about Zumba, you can follow in, and it doesn't take a lot of language to participate, so it's good.
Yeah, she's really beloved amongst our community at Vivillon, and it's been cool to see people who maybe didn't come to Vivillon before who come here, come, and vice versa. So, yeah. Any questions?
What the condition be? Like, I know that the group is just for the age 60 or over.
Yeah, I think that would remain the same. I mean, technically at our center, we allow anyone of any age to come and participate. It's just that all the classes are geared towards the older adult population. So, although I would say based on what I observed, the class, it's lower intensity, but they're definitely getting a pretty solid workout. So I I wouldn't restrict it necessarily to people over 60, but that's what it's more designed for.
So under 60 is okay.
Yeah, if you, if someone, yeah, that's totally fine with us. I don't know if you guys have specific
Nope, that's good.
regulations.
And you've had a couple caregivers that participate
Yes.
too.
Yes,
I may be,
you'll be the next participant.
I'm not 60 yet. right?
Okay, well, you're more than welcome to. Totally fine with us.
Okay. So it had to be applied first 1 month before or just come?
You just drop in. We do make sure that Gymna collects attendance for everyone and we keep track of that in our system, but you don't have to sign up in advance. Yeah.
Any other committee members have questions?
Powering.
It's very fun to watch.
Yeah.
I get to hear the playlist 4 times a week.
So you offer suggestions, change it up.
Gymna knows what she's doing.
Thanks for coming. You're welcome to stay, and then you probably want to get on with your evening, so. And then we're going to B, Drawbridge, Weekly Expressive Art Group.
Well,
So.
I represent the younger crowd.
There you go, good. So Drawbridge offers a weekly expressive art group program for children in shelters and affordable housing facilities here at the Albert J. Boyle Community Center and across the Bay Area. The program provides children a safe, fun, supportive environment where youth ages 5 to 18 can use art to provide an outlet for the creative, emotional expression for children that may not be regularly available in other settings. The activity fits well in the center, especially in the art room, and appears to have a core following of children that truly look forward to the program. The term of the proposed art program is from September 8th, 2025 through August 31st, 2026, and the applicant is requesting a full fee waiver valued at $1,598 for use of the art room on Mondays from 3:30 to 5:30 p.m., excluding holidays and closures. And we've got Kathleen, who's the head person here at this site that leads the activities every
I
month.
show up every Monday unless the building's closed. And we've been doing this art group in the canal for, I'm guessing 30 years, because we started when we had our offices here in the canal and we opened the doors to children once a week who could come in and make art. But, you know, our offices, we had art groups all over the Bay Area, in homeless shelters, safe houses, et cetera. So when the building burned down, there was a fire in the restaurant below, we lost our home and we became homeless and we started surfing around for places to have our group at the Canal Welcome Center for a while, and then they moved and we couldn't do it there. So we came here, I don't know, 12 years ago, maybe? Hard to drop. But anyway, we really appreciate you guys helping us out for however many years it's been that you've been helping out with paying for the room. The kids are amazing, from the age of 5 and up until they don't want to come anymore. Usually they age out about the age of 12 or 13, although we've had kids that stay longer, they're welcome. Sometimes the older kids, like right now, I've got 2 of the older kids that started at the group when they were 5. One of them is 14, the other one's 13, and they want to volunteer and help out. So they come every weekend and help out with the kids. They help, I get them to instigate ideas for special projects. And it's really wonderful to see the 2 of them work together too, because both of them were very quiet in our group. They didn't really want to relate with anyone else. So now, and they didn't know each other really, hadn't really talked to each other before, but now I've got them working together. So we've got the little mini team group going on as volunteers. But one of the gals that is volunteering, a 14-year-old, I actually met her when she was just a bump in her mom's belly because her 2 older sisters came. First one who's graduated from college and has moved on and is doing social work in Marin. The next one is in college, and the younger. So it's wonderful. Generations of families come, and the parents tell me the kids look forward every day to come into the group. And I don't want to take up too much time. Questions? Any questions?
You see down in our hallway too, there's a
Oh,
big butterfly mural that they made for our Dia de
Yeah.
los Muertos
I
celebration.
met you at the, yes, I remember meeting you in front of the altar, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we make an altar every year. We spend a couple of months making elements for our Day of the Dead altar. And then we make this huge contraption, and my older kids are already planning what they want to do for next year's Day of the Dead celebration. So, yeah, so it's pretty fun, pretty fun. Yes.
So what actually the activities that the kids working on?
So every week I bring different sets of art, different kinds of art supplies, and it's expressive. It's an expressive art group. So we don't want to be too directive. We're not teaching them art. It's not like school. We want them to be able to come in and just express whatever it is they want to express. So sometimes I'll bring in materials and they can make little books. And sometimes I bring in
The craft? Like putting the craft together?
putting together, yeah, the
Yeah.
book, and there are different ways you can make little books, and different ways you can fold, and different ways you can bind. And sometimes we'll put a little hole for a little mini book and they hang it on around their neck. And sometimes we make bigger books, and we might, like, sometimes I'll bring in aluminum, and we'll do embossed aluminum, which is traditional in like Mexican culture, actually. The embossed metal is a craft that I discovered there. Anyway, they'll make one of those and they'll put it on the cover, and then inside they might draw pictures or write a story. Sometimes I bring in something simple like a big piece of paper where I've created all these squares, like the storyboard, so they can like make a story up, like they're movie directors or something, and they'll do that, and they'll just draw that. We do 3D, we'll bring in beads and wire, and they can make crazy contraptions or make a little something that they'll hang on their backpack. And around holidays, Christmas time is always fun because kids all just everyone in the group celebrates Christmas, usually not other holidays, types of, winter holidays. I'll take pictures of the kids' portraits for a few weeks leading up to the last group before Christmas, and I'll print them out and get them little wooden frames. And then the kids will put their photograph in the frame, they'll decorate the frame, and I've got tissue paper, and they'll wrap it up and make a card for their parents and give it to their parents for Christmas. They love it. The parents, every year they look forward to it. It's really fun. So I don't know, those are a few things. Sometimes we do, right now we're working on a bigger project. We're making a neighborhood drawing, which we may enter in an art show.
So the proposal is just like make the kid is think critical, like creative for the art that they make. Just encourage the kids like have a creative.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, and I'll come in with, sometimes it's like, okay, I have these tempera paint sticks, and they can draw instead of paint with them. And I'll bring those in and some Sharpies, and then I'll bring in a whole bunch of photos that I printed of birds of California, or flowers of California, or fish of the, something local. And hey, if you want to draw a fish today, you can draw a fish, but some of them really enjoy that. But I just always want them to be able to express whatever. They don't have to do what I bring them. I had a little boy one time who had so much energy, and he just came in and he couldn't focus. And some of the kids, actually, especially more in other groups, but this is one of our canal groups. So, they have a lot of trauma in these other groups. Some of them don't even speak. But this little boy was kind of, so he just wanted to pound on the table. And we were drawing with markers that day, so I just put a marker in his hand and a piece of paper under here and let him do what he wanted to do, which is pound on the table.
Huh.
And he was making marks. And after a while, he got interested in the marks he was making and calmed down. And so, yeah, you see these effects sometimes right away. But art is amazing. Kids do better in school as a result of doing art. It's wonderful. It's a wonderful tool. So,
The parents have to pay for this program?
no,
Free.
it's totally free.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, any child in the neighborhood can come. It's totally free. Yeah, and occasionally we'll have a child come just for once or twice, but usually they get hooked and they come every week or almost every week.
How many children do you attended?
I think I had 19 last week,
Oh, wow.
14. I'll have
Great.
anywhere from like maybe 8 to 20 these days.
All right.
Summer, less kids, because used to be the school bus dropped the kids off here. Is there
For
still?
the after school.
Yeah, so anyway, we've got some of the after-school kids, and the summer, maybe there's 7 or 8 kids usually, something like that. But, yeah,
Any other questions from any other members? No? Okay, any questions from the audience?
sorry, I wasn't talking to you guys.
Sorry. So, yeah.
Fantastic. Yeah, I was about to say, so you do kind of like bring kind of like an itinerary, kind of like, because you bring like specific
Yeah.
materials,
Yeah,
but then again, at the end of the day, it's still freedom. But
Yeah.
it's kind of like a suggestion that you give. That's pretty nice.
exactly,
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
exactly. I'll bring in beads and wire and little people say, can I just draw today? Oh, yeah, sure. You know, because we have some materials here, which Steve has kindly given us some storage for some of our art supplies, some of it I keep at home. And yeah, so we always have drawing materials here and paper, and so they can do whatever in the heck they want if they're not interested in what it is we're doing.
Nice, and it also goes from like 2D art to 3D art as well.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah.
We'll close public comment. Kathleen,
I'm
thanks for.
excited, I love it.
Kathleen just found out today she was doing the
Yeah, I just
presentation.
found out today, so, like a few hours ago, so I don't have any PowerPoint, fancy PowerPoint, but I have my enthusiasm. I love this community, I love the kids and the families that I've been working with for 18 years, and thank you so much. for-
Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Thank you.
Always.
Okay, we'll move on to item 5C, which is Troop 2000 Scouts PSA. Willie, I invite you to come in. This was also as part of the packet, but I didn't include it because your packet was pretty big, so we'll just circulate this so you can look at it.
Do I have to sit down?
You don't have to, you can stand, you can
I prefer
do
to
some push-ups if you want, or. I'll just do an introduction here if I could. The Applegate Borough Community Center, Pickleweed Park have been home to Troop 2000 since forming in 2000. The city, through the Pickleweed Advisory Committee, has been fully co-sponsoring the rental fee of the room for the program since the troop's formation. Troop 2000 regularly gives back to the center and the Canal community by volunteering and performing special projects in support of its individual members' Eagle Scout project. In past years, Scouts have repaired the center's back deck, made improvements and repairs to the Pickleweed playground, repaired the park signboards, and performed special projects in the Canal Community Garden. The center also calls on Troop 2000 to support with community events, such as assisting with the Dia de los Muertos procession by guiding participants safely through the streets of the Canal neighborhood. Although former quote, Scoutmaster William Coronado is still involved with the troop, leadership and enthusiasm has recently shifted to Canal parents who are taking more of a lead with the program. Additionally, the group has female troop members now participating, which has been a goal for a number of years. The term of the proposed Scout program co-sponsorship is from September 8th, 2025 through August 31st, 2026. The applicant is requesting a full fee waiver valued at $4,876 for use of the multipurpose room on Mondays from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m., excluding holidays and closures. Per the co-sponsorship guidelines for renewal applications, the final report has been included with your application packet. And we have Willie here tonight to speak, so welcome.
Thank you, sir, and good evening, everyone. I don't have a PowerPoint as well, but I just came to share, first of all, hopefully we get the room again. I will be disappointing a lot of the youth that we have, but we're very excited right now. One of the things that has happened to the troop, we celebrated our 26th year this year, which is very exciting. Thank you. And also I'm retiring, just like Luis, but I've been retiring for about 10 years.
Right.
So I'm very excited because the parents have taken ownership. Darlene Ruiz has become one of the leader of the parents, and among with other parents, they got involved. Not only involved, but they also went and got training, and they're wearing the food uniform now, which is very good because there's more hands helping, as you know, and the program, it makes things a lot easier. So we have about 5 parents went to training, and we've got 3 more going on in about a month from now.
Great.
It's training to be able to work with the youth. Right now, the Boy Scouts of America require you to have a youth protection and also an understanding in the program, just to be able to get involved. And also by California law, you have to take, if you work with the youth, the governor wants you to take a course online and also go get your fingerprints and so on. So we're going through all that, and it's working very well. Excited, besides that, now we have girls in the program. We have a whole group of 7 young ladies.
Wow.
The parents got together and we recruited, and National gave us a permission. Because usually as boys and girls can have a troop of their own. About 5 years ago. Now they come out with another program where the same committee can run a group of boys and a group of girls. We can share some of the leadership. We not necessarily have to do the things together. If girls want to go camping, they can go camping. If the boys we want to do it together as well. So it's working so far since it's the first year. Maybe eventually the girls will migrate to do their own, or maybe they still together with the, other committees will come up, other parents. I'm very proud to have Leo Garduño, Darlene's son, working on his Eagle now. In the next 7 months, he needs to accomplish quite a few tasks. It's a challenge to him, but he's working on that. And hopefully, we'll hope and we're helping him to accomplish the goal. I know Mom is very proud and she's working very hard. Also, that's why she got involved, to help her son. Coincidentally, here in the room, it is Mr. Benito Guardado, one of my scouts. Right. When he was a youngster, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 18, he went traveling with me all over, camp in the snow, summer camp. We went to the White House, we went to Gilmore and New Mexico, backpacking for 2 weeks. Now he's a grown-up young man. He's working with his dad in a program here and I'm very proud of him. I went to one of his classes and he's teaching the guys. He always had passion for music, and his father has connected that with him, which they helping young fellows and said, here, sit down and watch. They played 3, 4 songs and I was impressed. I said, listen, keep going. It's a great example of what the youth can do. So if anybody have any questions regarding the program, please. Let me brag a little bit. We had in February, we had a competition in Marin County. All the troops, Tibum, Mill Valley, Novato, all the troops, Corta Madera, Green Bay, they all have troops. We went into the competition for first aid, got first place. Yeah, we've been doing it for years. We know how to do it. Symptoms of heart attack, how do you fix a broken leg and so on. And the young fellows learn it and they become part of it, they know. About a month ago, we went to the Sierras, camp in the snow. And it's also a competition about scout abilities, the scout skills, they call it. Building a fire, doing an orienteering, building a structure, and so on. First place. We're in a row. We got a 3rd challenge coming in September. It's called the Camporee. It will be happening here in Fairfax. It will be another competition. We hope to take it. So the girls did very well as well. But that takes training. You need to take them out, teach them, just like you work in your programs, teach them the things they need to do, be respectful, do the things that they need to do, and they'll do it. So we be very excited. Lots of families are getting involved. We're gonna be recruited. So we're looking for youngsters now, boys and girls. Mondays from 7 to 9, we're here and multiple room.
Yeah.
So any questions?
What's the age group?
Well, right now it's from 11. We about 10 and a half, we start getting them in. They can come in and start work. But when they're 11 or finish or the 5th grade, they can register officially in the Boy Scouts of America. Well, it's not called the Boy Scouts of America anymore. It's called Scout in America. The name has changed.
Okay.
Yes.
Because it's boys and girls.
Yeah, a lot of things, things change. 11 to 18. 18 is when they graduate, but usually 11 to 17, so they can have a year. It takes a little while to get the Eagle if you want. It takes about 3 years if you work really hard, and it's not easy. A lot of community service, a lot of classes that they gotta take, a lot of outings, lots of things that they have to do. Leadership. A lot of leaders, very good. He knows. He was the leader of the team when he was 40, 50-year-old. And I really hope that this continues. I've been here for 26 years. We're celebrating our 25th anniversary. And it's time for me to back up a little bit. And the parents are doing a good job on taking over the situation. Hopefully this can continue after I move on, you know. And it's something that can stay here with the community. It's a good thing. And the council, which is Marine Council Boy Scouts of America, is doing very well. We're very good. A lot of little guys that get involved in the program. We are sponsored by the San Rafael Police Association the whole 26 years. Yes.
Do any of the committee members have any questions?
How do the girls like it so far?
Oh, they love it.
Yeah.
Because we went to the competition and they got 5th place out of 11, 12 groups. They went camping, of course, you experience, but they're loving it. They come to the meetings, all of them. Right? And the families are liking it as well, yes.
Do they prefer to be separate or together with the boys?
So when they come in, they have a patrol, like you guys, as a patrol, and it's all girls, and we have a patrol, it's all boys. When we do presentations, it goes for everybody. When we go camping, the girls go over here, the boys go over there. We also have to have adult males and females. You know, I cannot take the girls on my own. It doesn't happen. Those things are no. Always have to be females and males in the program. That's the rules.
No wonder.
If you communicate with the youth, always have to be attached to another adult, the mother, another leader, something like that. You cannot do one-on-one conversation. The program has changed a lot.
Very good.
I've been involved for 40 years. It used to be, you know, Boy Scouts got in a lot of trouble, but right now it's looking very good. Any questions?
Questions from the audience?
Thank you. You remember, if you have anyone, boy or girl now, please send it our way. We'll be recruiting around.
Good. Watch out for the cord line.
Yes. All right, Oscar, I lead you on. Thank you very much.
Really appreciate it. Okay, now we're gonna go on to 5D, Borogaz Convaz Music Academy. And we've got another handout that I'll be circulating for everybody, please. The vision of the Music, Arts, and Science Academy is to promote, improve, and sustain the academic level of students in the communities of San Rafael and nearby areas through music, helping to build a community that reaches its maximum potential for social and economic development. The program has grown in interest from families since it started here as a paid rental in the center last year. The activity fits well with the center's offerings on Saturdays. The term of the proposed program co-sponsorship is from September 6, 2025 through May 30th, 2026, excluding holiday closures and special events such as Dia de los Muertos. The applicant is requesting a full waiver valued at $4,896 for use of the meeting room 3 here on Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. And we have Oscar and Ben here to support. I was going to throw out how Ben was an Eagle Scout, but really stole my thunder and already said that.
My thunder as well.
Thank you, Steve, for having us today and for opening the door for this program. We have a small program, as you know, about music, and it is called Torogos Combos. And we are sponsor. Our fiscal sponsor is Marine Link, Marine Arts, and we started. Let's start with this. What we are? Let's start from the beginning. What we provide music, bilingual music education and guitar lessons in Marin County, San Francisco Bay Area to small groups with affordable rates and flexible schedules. Our mission is to develop personal improvement through music, not only music, but color, performing arts, social leadership, which is important as you heard from my son here, who is by the way, he's the musical director. We include in this program cinematography, a comprehensive science club, and a scientific research, because we like to marry or to unite music with science, because music is also science, and the waves, it's mathematics, and it helps develop the mind of the youth. So, that's our mission, and our vision is to build a new society based on unity, harmony with our universe through music, arts, and science. And many of the programs here are arts, so they're our cousins, brothers, sisters in this regard. So we have partnerships. Our main partnership is, of course, Marine Link, Marine Arts, which is our fiscal sponsor. They take care of our nonprofit status, but we also have a valuable partnership with Marine TV and Encuentro Latino, and of course the Exploratorium Museum. So I'll explain later what we do when we do that partnership, and of course City of San Rafael to the still opening the door for us to do we couldn't do it without the space, the physical space where we have the classes. We started our classes with 4 students in Novato, and since 2023, but in June 2024, we moved our classes to San Rafael, to the Arbor Community Centers on Saturdays. We teach small groups, 3 or 4 students at a time, and since then we have graduated more than 60 students, and we currently have about 30 active registered students in our program. Our Music Explorer course at the beginner level lasts 4 months, and we meet every Saturday here at the ABCC, in this room actually. This is the same room, with different setting. Students learn the basics of guitar playing, including the 8 fundamentals guitar course and how to read a tablature. And our classes are supported also for remote technology. We use our YouTube channel and Zoom sessions for remote learning to support what is given here. And we know that our families have a struggle with sending their kids. Sometimes they cannot come to the class, and we send them a link where they can see the class and where they can ask questions, and we support it by Zoom the lesson, so they don't so they can catch up to the rest of the students, because we were like a cohort and no one left get behind. So we do also science tours. We connect music to science, and we take our students to the exploratorium. We have an agreement with them. We take them in tours in small groups like this one, and we teach them about the science behind music, the waves. And the exploratorium is an excellent museum for that, because it has an area devoted to music and sound, and we teach them the waves, because some of these kids probably won't be musicians in the future, but they may be scientists, doctors, audiology doctors, or what's another thing they can do with the DJs, anything
Sound
related.
engineers.
Sound
Yeah.
engineer. There's a lot of other things that they can do, and we tell them about how science connects to music and arts. Of course, it's been demonstrated. It's a fact that students or children that play music, the neuronal connections are better and they do better at school and social arts, and we teach them leadership too. This is another example of leadership. We also encourage our students to do service projects. Like this one here, our students are painting a stylophone in a preschool. And we try to, and they also give their time to other students. That's another thing that we do at Torogos Combos, a service project, leadership. That's another thing that we teach them. And this is the part when we teach about video production. We include video production classes. Our instructors have been trained in videography at Marine TV, and they are certified to use the studio. This is the Marine TV studio, which is in downtown San Rafael. And of course, the students learn how to produce a musical video at their level, of course, right? Because these are 7 to 12-year-olds. So we teach them at their level how this is done, right? And if they are interested, we have more advanced courses where they can learn more. But this is the partnership we have through Marine TV and Encuentro Latino. And we sponsor and attend community events where our students perform. We don't only teach them how to play music, how to do music or art, but we also provide them the places where they can go. Actually, we did last year in October, we did we celebrated here the first the Latino month, and they were here playing and dancing and performing. That's another thing we do. We have been awarded by many Marin County, state, and federal authorities. Like, for example, this was the proclamation of the Latino month, that event that I was telling you. They gave this to us because we were the ones sponsoring the program, and also the city of, and you can see, you can pass it if you want. The city of San Rafael did another proclamation, which is this one probably, right? Yeah. The city of San Rafael, no, it's this one. Mayor Kate Colling did another proclamation in English and Spanish about the month, that month, and also Jeff Hoffman, a congressman from the member of Congress, gave us this letter. There's more thing that has been awarded to Benjamin from Marin County, and from the Congress about for our service in the. This is from that Damon Connolly, which is in at that time I think he was a state in the California state legislature. This is for Benjamin for his work in the community. And here is that's the same proclamation I'm showing you there. And the girl was one of the girls. This girl, her name is Gabby. She always sing in many events the national.
She goes to drawbridge as well. Oh, she does? Oh, she's, yeah.
Yes.
She's a regular here.
As you know.
Rachel's probably seen her too. I bet she comes on Saturdays.
Yeah, we connect with that. Yeah, this is our sisters and brothers in art. So we have.
Music is about like an art as well, so.
It's art, science, and yeah, that's what and this is on our graduation. Our graduation happened in parks. This is in the Marineros Beach Park. We have teams, like this was pirate team. We have music from pirates. The kids were performing and they were having fun, music and food, of course. That's part of the deal. And that's the stuff that we have. Ben is the director. I'm the logistic director. Dario is our media director from Marine, representing Marine TV. And we have all our instructors are youth. Joab, Luis, Alex, and Anderson, they are do drums, string. Well, right now we just focus on guitars because that's what we're doing now, guitar. But we have instructors that do other instruments, and then we would love to expand to other instruments too. And I think that's the end of my presentation. Thank you very much. And I already passed to you some of the same presentation. I'm gonna stop sharing the presentation probably. And, let's see.
Do any of the committee
yeah.
members have any questions?
I do. Sorry.
We just, Rich, can we just check the committee members first? And then we'll go
Sure.
again? No, that's fine.
Mhm.
Any members have any questions?
I support, I mean, the more music, the better, the more arts, the better. Do you overlap at all with Elm, enriching lives for music?
Some of our students come from Elm too. Most of them play brass
and wind
instrument,
instruments.
brass and wind instrument, and they love our classes because we teach guitar. Which I don't know if they have it at Elm probably,
They don't
but they
have it.
come and then, yeah, we overlap with them in that regards. We have some students from Elm. Yeah.
Yes, we definitely do share some, and I would say that Elma definitely has, they definitely have a lot more of a different kind of style of music. Because for the guitar, it's kind of hard to incorporate a guitar into, kind of like their style of music, which would be more like ensembles and pieces.
Okay.
And doing such long, and guitar is kind of more of, we like to kind of be more on the artistic side of things, kind of make it so it's like our friend here says that's her students, it's more about an expression, and that's how I kind of view guitar through my eyes. I use it more as like an expression. But definitely in the future, I would like to definitely collaborate with a lot of all the local music, all the local music schools around here. We're fairly new, so we don't really, we try not to step into, territories here, but we're definitely open to do collaborations with as much, not only through music, but all any kind, because our program here is music, but it's also like what we're saying here, scientifics and art, because music kind of has a little bit of a science to it when it comes to doing like scales and notes and stuff, and art because it has a freedom of expression. So I just think we fit in the category here with the Boy Scouts, with Drawbridge, with pretty much we're just here, so making up the team. Right, guys?
Great, that's
So,
stunning. Thank you so much.
Any other committee questions? Mine?
I want to know, is that the program is just designed for the Latino kid or non-Latino kid that can attend to?
Yeah, every kid can, regardless of race. The only restrictions we would have would be probably age because our sponsorship kind of has the way we written our proposition was very specific to kind of being what was it, from anywhere between
7 to 12.
7 to 12. 7 to 12, but we have a lot of demand of kids that want to come in younger and kids that do want to come in older. We will take them, but we kind of have to. But we don't as far as like race or anything. We're open to everyone. Both boy and girl. But just a lot of but because we're here in the community center, a lot of our students appear to be Latino. So we're just waiting for a time to have a change in ethnicity, but we're not really. We're all inclusive. The only restriction is that, of course, the age, because teaching anyone that's older than that, it kind of requires a little bit of a different skill set, a different kind of approach, right, than the kids. But other than that, no, we're pretty much all anyone can join.
We're open to
except
it.
for 7 to 12.
Sure.
So most of the material teaching is in Spanish.
We do accommodate for some that do kind of some students do prefer Spanish, and we accommodate for that. But I was actually born here, and I'm very, very find myself a lot more American because growing up, all my friends were very English speaking. So I teach most of the classes I teach are going to be mostly in English. I'd say about 90%. And then sometimes when I have to translate, luckily we have our 2 other instructors that are very well in fluent in Spanish. I'm not good at Spanish.
So
I
if,
try not to.
so if like Vietnamese or Lao, Cambodia, some of the minor tribe can come to the class in the age from 7 to 12.
They can come, yeah.
Yes,
Yeah, anyone.
they
It's
can
open
come.
And
to
they
anyone.
can learn English.
Yeah, and the funny thing is too, music is kind of like a language in its own self that you can just hear and like understand. So there's no the language barrier is actually not as hard as you would think. So because like I said, I struggle to speak Spanish sometimes, and I'm over there trying. But it seems to me that I just kind of point and yell at the kids, and they do it. So it's not really like it's really doesn't matter what ethnicity or what language or if they know any English at all. It's like it helps them develop new kind of types of thinking, especially how music is its own language as well, in a sense, right? So I would say that it doesn't matter. We were very accommodating, right? So we don't. But luckily, just because I am bilingual, I do, I will speak Spanish when I need to, but it's not really fluent or good. So, and I'm always looking for more higher E's or more volunteers, and especially if they're bilingual, that'd be awesome and great. But yeah, no ethnicity restriction, just age restriction.
So, it says that the group number is 4 to 6 at each group.
4 to 6.
Yeah.
Like
or
4 to
students.
6
Small
students,
groups, yeah.
sorry.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay,
Maximum.
do you find that some of the students, even if they're 7, could be like at the 12-year-old level? Like, is there a mix of?
No, we try to separate groups by age. Like we teach groups 7, 8. We separate the group by age. We make a group of 7, 8s, 8, 9s, 10. We mix group with the similar ages.
And at the
Do you
same
ever find that some are more?
Yeah, so we're always kind of doing something a little different. I like what my dad said in the beginning. Very accommodating, I would say the word would be. We try our best to accommodate and really like think about, okay, we put like skill levels with each other and also try to do the age as well. So we kind of play around with it, but we're really just kind of trying to find that out. We find it to be very easy to kind of have them by age so far. Skill level, not so much, but also size too. Some kids are bigger and can actually hold the guitar a lot better. But I've also noticed that there are some younger kids that also can do just as well of a job. Also, just depends on how who the instructor is that the day of as well. But we try our best to kind of really make it all like have the playing field really level, so they all kind of go at the same pace.
Yeah.
So.
And then one last question. So according to this, you start your first group at 11, but your co-sponsorship says you want to start at 9. So are
We-
9 and 11 like staff catch
We,
up?
we start our first group at 10:30 now because we modified the schedule
Okay.
due to the demand. But we're hoping to accommodate more groups in the future. That's why we have try to broaden the time.
And you've actually requested times because you have to bring in all the instruments and stools. So
Oh,
Yeah, that is
There
bringing stuff.
There is
right.
about like a 30 minutes to 45 minutes of just kind of setting, like you said, a little bit of a staff meeting in before and kind of just get everything ready. Because we kind of bring the mobile music school and all in one van and then pack it in there and then set it up right here. So
And we bring a special stools that designed for the children to play the guitar because these are not adequately. That forces them to adopt the right position and they play wonderful with those tools. Yeah, that's why we have to accommodate it.
I have a question. The program is 9 to 5 or all day the children?
You have different groups in.
Different
Yeah.
hours for
Yes,
each
yes,
group?
yes.
Okay,
Each class is 45 minutes.
all right.
We have different groups that
Oh,
we
perfect.
rotate
Because
throughout the day.
Yeah.
It's not-
8 hours.
9 to 5, oh my God.
8 hours of learning guitar, we would have to pay like a full-time
But
job.
only you have this class for children, not for adults?
For adults, not
No.
yet.
Not quite, because our sponsorship and the way we have written the proposal to do the program was very more targeted for young kids.
Yeah, it's good program.
Yeah, because once it comes to the adults, that's kind of like a little bit more, it's more involved and it becomes a little bit more, more of like a music class that you would see like somewhere like at a Magic Flute or like at a music store, a little bit more advanced. We're just trying to stick to the basics and kind of give us kids a great skill set to have. on top of many other things. Some of our kids go to soccer, they do football, some of them actually go to the scouts, I believe, or
Yeah.
one. So yeah, they have different programs too, so we're just
Great.
one, yeah, we like to think ourselves of one of many that, of the experiences that children have. So we don't really have any classes for adults. We been kind of giving those to, we've been kind of giving those to our instructors if they wanted to do a little bit of a, side gig for showings. Sometimes the parents want classes too, and sometimes the parents are right there listening to what the kids are learning.
It's good
And
to
they're
know.
just like, yeah, 2-in-1 deal right
Yeah.
there, so, yeah.
I think it's fun for
Yeah,
children.
the demand is there, so we've been growing a little bit this year.
You are very busy with different groups.
Sergio?
Thank
I
you.
was just wondering if the kids have to bring anything.
No, we give them the guitars here, and after the first month, we explain the parents how they can buy a low-cost guitar. If they cannot afford the guitar, we borrow the guitar to them, only in that. But we try first that they buy a guitar, and we show them options where they can find a low-cost guitar, which is what's good for them.
So did you get a grant originally to buy guitars?
Yes.
Oh.
we do.
And we also had a donation as well.
Even though we have donations, we
Oh,
have
okay.
donated.
Initially, we had a donation, and that kind of really sparked us to really kind of move forward, and then we got the grant, and then more guitars came. So yeah, we're slowly growing.
People love
steady and
guitars.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, I know. So are they 3/4 size guitars?
3/4
Yes.
size and full, yeah, mostly a 3/4 size
Yeah.
guitar, yes,
steady.
yes.
Very easy.
That's what we
to
have.
play.
The classical.
Yeah, nylon string.
Mhm.
Any more committee questions?
So the cost, the fees, I see the 10, is there the fee for the
Yeah,
class?
Yes.
It's
For
the
the
fee,
whole class, for the whole month, 9 months?
the
Yeah.
per class,
So
yeah.
essentially, it's about $10 for class, and normally that fee is kind of more of like because we give them shirts that they have with their names that they can have their names on, and we also have a graduation at the end of every cycle too. So it kind of includes food costs. It covers basically the materials and stuff that we use for our events.
And we waive the fees for those who really need it. But most of them pay that fee that is a nominal fee to cover those material costs, most of them, 80% would say. But some of them, we waive them if they cannot afford it. We are more interested in the children to learn how to play guitar.
Thank you.
All right, members of the public, I have no Rich had a question. Oh,
Sorry. Oh, email, I do have, I'll give it my bad.
Put it in the plan.
Yeah, I do have my brochures here, and I'll give it to you. I think I brought a brochure.
The reason I'm asking is because we have an art program with kids, and we would love to collaborate with you.
This is the flyer. This is the email, our email, and our, that's our email, phone number, and the website too. If you're interested, and we have almost our waiting list for the next.
So we've been very part of
Yeah,
that.
but that's
Our
our.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you know,
It's the
and
Gracias.
definitely not gonna sweep under the rug the Boy Scouts of America, or sorry, Scouts of America. I'm literally using about 100% of the tactics and leadership skills that I've learned, 100%. There's nothing that I learned outside that I'm not implementing here.
I love it.
It's, yeah.
Love it.
It works.
Yeah,
Thank you.
it kind of makes me regret, I should pay more attention back when I was in the Scouts, so,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
Yeah.
fabulous.
so, yeah,
Living proof.
yes, exactly.
any other questions from the community? All right, we'll close it. Thank you very much for your presentation.
Thank you.
And now we'll move on to 5E, the Canal Arts. I invite Rich to come up to the table if you'd like. This is for the Canal Arts Family Art Saturday and Mural Art Workshop. The Canal Arts is expanding their co-sponsorship request from last year with the addition of 2 mural art workshops on Saturdays each month. Utilizing Voices to Canal volunteers, the Canal Arts strives to achieve their mission to promote and create meaningful and inspirational public art for all, teaching principles of basic art, history, and techniques to parents and kids focused on the canal in East San Rafael. The term of the proposed art program is from June 21st, 2025 through May 20th, 2026. The applicant is requesting a full fee waiver valued at $2,508 for use of the art room on the third Saturday of the month from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. and the fourth Saturday of each month from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., excluding holidays and closures. And Rich is here from the Canal Arts to promote his application.
Hello, everybody. Now let's see, how do I connect here? Because I'm trying to hit the share screen. And
Becky, is he able to share screen?
Yeah, everyone should be able to share their screen. And it would be from the Zoom on the bottom. Oh, there it comes.
Got it.
You got it, yeah.
There it is.
That's it.
Okay, the Canal Arts, unlike some of these other great organizations, has only been around for about 5 years. But we began working with Canal Alliance and discovering some opportunities for beautiful murals with Canal Alliance. This was our very first one. And this was the product of 10 Marin artists, each of them expressing the immigrant experience. And those 10 then worked with their neighbor on this side and the neighbor on this side to paint the connecting painting. So we had 20 paintings, all of them blending as to one mural. That was our first. This is it being installed, some of the individual pieces. And what we're striving for here, the goal of the Canal Arts is to create public art primarily in the canal, in this environment that badly needs color and something fresh and improved. This was our next mural, which is telling the story of a young field worker, 3 years old, told he was going to have to be working picking cotton for the rest of his life. Rescued by a teacher, became educated, a famous doctor and author, and an inspiration to all the kids at the Canal Alliance that go by this mural every day to see what can happen to you. Then the next project, again, this was inspired by our work with Canal Alliance. Omar Herrera said, Rich, why don't we do something out in the neighborhood? So that was the beginning. And this building was our first target, identified a beautiful wall, and began creating a mural that tells the story of a young girl on the left side with her traditional headdress. She comes in on the beast. She becomes educated. She becomes a part of the community. She becomes an old abuela. And again, she's wearing the same dress. Now that mural was up on the building for almost 2 years. The building now has been rebuilt. They took the mural down, very carefully protected it. They just put it up yesterday.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yes.
I saw it.
And this is a program that we have online with kids that began during COVID. So, kids who are stuck at home and can't go to school, we connected them with Marin artists who were working with them to teach them things and to learn from them too. So we had an exchange and people were posting their artwork. That was our online kids program, which resulted in this this temporary shower trailer. And a lot of the art there came from Drawbridge. Drawbridge kids contributed a lot of the art. This, though, is our program in the Borough Center. We have Saturday morning Canal family art events, and we supply professional artists and materials and snacks and good fun. Our volunteer partners are Voces del Canal, and Darlene knows very well how our programs work. We also had a couple of opportunities to link canal community people with people from other parts of Marin. And we invited families to come in here and have an art experience and start, pretty soon people were sitting across the table from each other, practicing bad Spanish or bad English and having fun. And that was really what it was about. And it's a bridge. We call it the Canal Marin Art Bridge. It's a way to get people who they don't even know where the canal is. You'd be surprised how few people know anything about the canal. So that was this event. And then we've had a couple of occasions where we get a paying customer. This was the Bon Air Shopping Center on the mural celebrating their 70th anniversary. And they paid for that, and we were then able to hire folks from the canal, not artists so much, but wanting to come and learn and join us. And so it's a big community event. This was one that we did in the Novato Library in the children's room. The quality of the art that we produce, that we claim is at the highest grade. If we don't want amateurs creating the artwork. They can come and learn with us, and they can learn to do better and better, but they're always guided by professional artists. This then is two of our artists who are in fact painting the new mural on the Boro Center, on the 3301 Kerner that is going on right now. And here they are creating two murals for the San Pedro School with the kids. And it's a learning experience. These are both immigrant artists, pretty good English, but prefer to work with kids in Spanish. And these are the murals that we created. This is a little short video I'll run for you quickly here.
That when they see it, they can have a connection. So they feel at home, feel like it's their culture. My name is Oscar Morales. My name is Vladimir Cuevas. I've been working as a professional artist for 17 years. I've been painting for about already 25 years. This mural is about the Central America culture and it's based on the kids' ideas. We have Quetzalcoatl, we have the Quetzal, we have the moon. Working with the kids on this mural has been a fun process. They're very curious and they have this big imagination. The message that I want to get or receive from people is they understand the culture, the elements, the rhythm of the mural. The kids, they understand it.
And the same two artists competed in a competition. We had 26 applicants from all around the country, from Florida to Hawaii, to do the mural that you see outside on the Boro Center. They were selected by a very impartial local committee. And this is the mural that you see outside. And it is a culminating visual of a much bigger project, which I can explain in a few minutes. This is called the Peoples of the Canal. And this is it being painted. This is the finished work. And a big celebration that we had with city and county officials and our partners on the big project, which I'll tell you about, which is also called Peoples of the Canal, is the Coast Miwok tribe, the Federated Indians of Rancheria. because much of the story that we're telling, it's a history story, is of their story. So they're all present here. Our next project is the new buildings for Canal Alliance, 2 beautiful mural opportunities on the roof. And we created those.
Oh.
And now we're back to the 301 Kerner building because the new owner of the building, which has been converted into permanent housing for people previously homeless. They asked us to do a new mural on the building. This was their idea of where, and we're now creating that mural. The big project for us, though, is one that's been going on for over 2 years, and that is.
You're actually gonna be coming next meeting to present that,
That's
right?
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have the shoreline path that links the canal down south toward the Richmond Bridge, which I'm sure most of you know about. But surprisingly few people do know about that path, other than folks that are local. Is the venue for a 20,000-year history that we're going to be telling on 20 exhibit signs as you walk the path. It goes back 20,000 years to the Ice Age, when nobody knows whether humans here or not. Although the Coast Miwa tell us, and they're very strict about it. They said, we have been here since time immemorial. So there was no beginning. There was no such, they say, we don't care about people who migrated here from Siberia, and all the archaeologists say, well, yeah, that's how humans got here. No, we were here before that. So, and that's the location on the path. And this was another celebration to inaugurate the project, which will be almost finished by the end of this year.
Wow.
This is one of, in fact, this is the first, it's a mock-up of the exhibit in English and Spanish. And at the foot of each of the exhibits, we will have a cartoon for kids. And it's a cartoon that has 2 crows and a coyote in conversation over 20,000 years. So they're commenting on it.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice.
So here they are. Hey, coyote, we haven't seen you in ages. Since the Ice Age, in fact. Hey, crows. Yes, we both lived around here for a long time. Actually, my family, Canis lofranos, is North America's oldest indigenous species. How long have coyotes lived here? Millions of years, my feathered friend. We've learned to adapt and change. I hope you can continue to find ways to live here. Sometimes it's hard to find food and a place for a safe den. Time will tell, friend, time will tell. So this is to engage kids who are not going to stand and read the text that's mainly written for adults. So that is our work.
So your proposal is to use the art room on 2 Saturdays for mural work. So how would you envision those classes going on Saturdays?
We have actually 2 programs. One that we've had for years that Del Canal has been helping us with. And it's a drop-in program for canal families, kids of all ages. Usually the kids are they're from infants, but they'll get through 10, 12. The other program that we're just beginning is coming from our work with Canal Alliance, because they have a youth program for kids who are unaccompanied. Kids who, however they do it, they make their way here without family.
Wow.
They're unaccompanied. And it's a tough situation because most of them are struggling to learn English. They're struggling to fit into culture here. And we're finding out that some of them are being bullied and being made uncomfortable by other classmates that say, hey, we're here, you guys are fine. So our program with them, is called the Mural Arts Workshop. And it's for those kids who are interested to participate in a 6-session lesson on mural art. history of murals, the great Bay Area tradition of mural making. Then the basic ideas of art and mural techniques and mural execution. And we have at the Canal Alliances area, we have two big practice panels for creating murals on. So we'll be doing a new mural every 3 months there.
Wow.
And that program is just beginning, and we'll be running it through the summer. And if it's a success, and more kids want to participate, we'll repeat it. Then that's what we do.
Do we have any questions from the committee on the proposal?
I have a question. I remember, Rick, when we was walking around here, and because this path is very dark in the night, and we was talking about when you're going to paint with brightly colors, because we can put a light around the path.
That is the
It's
plan.
impossible,
The
yeah.
city now has a program. They have some grant money, and we're going to be coordinating the location of our exhibits with the lighting. That's what she's.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that path is somewhat neglected. It's distant, and all kinds of folks use the path for enjoyment, and but it needs improvement. It's the biggest park in San Rafael. It's the one that was not on the list for improvements this past cycle. So,
Oh. But the park is actually closed at sundown technically. That's what the sign says.
yeah, it is, but it's a place to go and have a beer. So it's, folks use it.
They do, but
Yeah,
I mean-
it's the Starkweather, Starkweather Park is the name of the park.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, I think that we found, and I know this is true in other areas too, that a well-created work of art on a wall deters vandalism, it deters tagging, and it has an effect on people who see it, especially if it's well done, if it tells a story, which almost all art does. And I think making that improvement on the path out there is going to make it a more civilized space too.
Any more committee questions?
Is that the divide by the class divide by the skill level or the age group?
Well, the group for the canal workshop is going to be from 10 to 18, although there are some kids that are older than 18 in this unaccompanied kids program. Is that what your question is?
I mean, you based on the level, they have a background first for the drawing or art first?
No, well, we don't know yet. Some kids do. We've had an amazing experience from time to time discovering mostly parents who are here who have previous experience as an artist in Ecuador or Guatemala or wherever they're coming from. But they're working here as nanny or a construction worker in the food business. They're not doing their part. So we see them creating something beautiful with their kids. We said, okay, give me your name and would you like to come and work with us on your book? Yes, and be paid for it. So.
Great.
Any other committee questions?
So you mainly function with grant money?
We do, yeah. Yeah, that's half of my work is grant writing. I've had to learn how to do that.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Any questions from the audience? Yes, Ben.
You did say that it deters graffiti. Do you see when you made this program in mind, were you kind of like it had in mind where it's because sometimes you'll notice around here in the canal neighborhood there'll be like some graffiti. And it's I see your program and it's like it clicks on my head. It's like, oh, this is great. Because a lot of kids, they do that for some expression, but here you're kind of giving them an outlet to kind of, not really to do graffiti, right? But just to kind of like expose them to where it's like more of a different kind of world where you can do like murals and stuff instead of like, graffiti. So your program, does your program also kind of, like help and kind of like try to, they kind of give it an attempt to kind of lower the graffiti around the neighborhood here in Canal?
Oh, yeah, yeah, we, in fact, we're meeting Saturday with the owner of the building with a very big wall who's interested. Okay, let's talk. It's gonna cost money to do it, but we can help, we have some grant money we can contribute. But, you know, and it's a wall that's been continually tagged.
Have they ever tagged any, existing murals that you guys may have
Not
done?
of ours. And occasionally, though, we've seen examples in San Francisco in the Mission District where artwork that gets old and beat up and looks like people have neglected it. Pretty soon somebody tags it down. And that'll happen anywhere, to anything. You know, people are doing it to the Mona Lisa, for God's sake. So,
Yeah.
you know.
Beautiful murals.
Well, thank you. Thank you. You know, that's, the idea is that it's an inspiration to people who create it and make it available, and it's an inspiration to anybody who looks at it.
Exactly.
That's the idea.
Any other questions? Rich, thanks for coming in and for your proposal. Thanks.
Ciao.
Thank you so much.
Now we'll move on to 5F, Marin YMCA for the YMCA 2025-2026 after school program. And we also have an additional handout that wasn't in the packet that was mailed to you. The packet was like 160 something pages. So some of these things I saved just to circulate. I didn't want to overload the emails. But the Albert J. Borrell Community Center, Pickleweed Park, has co-sponsored the YMCA Learning Hub, summer camps, and after-school programs since the pandemic to support Canal youth and their families. The program is free to all participants who are typically identified and referred to the YMCA by the student's school. The applicant requests use of many of the center's rooms and amenities, as was done in the past. In order to accommodate other offerings for the facility, the city co-sponsored and provided the YMCA with 3 meeting rooms and the picnic area daily. Additional rooms and athletic fields are granted on a daily space available basis. The $67,966 fiscal impact for co-sponsoring this program reflects the base fees and not the extras that will be added during the period of use. And Bethel, who is the Director of Youth Development for the YMCA, is here again to support the program. So thanks for coming in.
Hello, thank you for having me. So I'll go over some of the things, and I kind of went over after school now, I think almost twice or 3 times. So I've added some new things, just give you a little bit more of a context of like the grant funding, the fact that it is an ELOP program, what that kind of means and what the requirements are. But I'll get started on the partnership. So we're contracted through San Rafael School City District as an extended learning opportunity program. So that's what the ELOP stands for. And that is like where we get our grant. We serve students from Bahia Vista and San Pedro Elementary. So the breakdown there kind of looks similar to this, but it's all, you know, it changes all the time. But what we make sure is that because we do get the 70 spots, we are always going to be at 70. So we're always, if we're at 69, we're kind of reaching out, doing some outreach to make sure we get that, to make sure that we are using the space that we have available and the resources that we have, such as staff. So breakdown usually is about 36, 34, 70 in total, and 7 staff. We have a site coordinator who's amazing, Ana Sanchez, who's been here since the program started, who has great relationships with the schools, the liaisons, the principals, and the parents. So the enrollment process, SRCS principals, family advocates, school staff identify youth that can come to the program, so Canal youth really, and the requirements are there. So what we do is we throw out this Google form to both schools and the liaisons as well. They fill it out depending on where they fall in the priorities, like how we base who we pick first. Obviously, there are some that we're gonna base as a priority if they're homeless, foster migrant youth. That's something that's gonna put them in the first list to make sure that they get a spot at our after school requirements. So this is a little bit like a new thing that I don't think we have shared before of the ELOP requirements. So the main thing that we have to do during our after school time is we have to align with the educational standards and the curriculum requirements. This includes homework support, STEAM, science, technology, engineering, math, enrichment, arts, and literacy programs. That can be seen as like making sure that we do offer academic help, so homework help every day. That's something that we have to do for at least 45 minutes a day, which takes a good chunk of our time when the kids come out of school. But what we have seen is when we are talking to parents and getting feedback, is that is the most important thing to parents that we found, to make sure that they do have their homework done, or they're working on something that they have been also working in during school day. So what we have done is also partner with some of the teachers in their school day to make sure that we know what they're working on. So if we are giving worksheets, if we are doing certain things, they're actually aligning with the things that they're doing during school time. Enrichment and social emotional learning provide opportunities for personal growth, such as physical activity. So that's something that we have to do as well. So that could be organized sports. We had a tennis program. We don't have that this year. We've been trying to do the best with the space that we've been giving for physical activities, but the kids have been making use of the outdoor space where the play structure is. But we hope that once that space is available, that we can get an independent contractor to come in, something like serving up hope who teaches tennis, or something like a soccer program or new sports, and introduce that back once we have that space. And then qualified staff. So some of the things that, again, required from the district, from us, is making sure that the staff who are coming in are well-trained, and that they've either been in school and have some credits for child development. If they don't have that, that's totally fine. We just give them the tools to make sure that they can pass at least this test that has to do with working with kids. So that's something that the district has really been implementing. And then obviously professional development, there's always new trainings that are happening that our staff do need to be up to date on. As things change, our staff need to kind of grow with the times as well. So here's some pictures of the kiddos and doing some of their projects, something that we do every day. And also we have like a calendar, if that's something maybe I can share next time as well, like monthly calendars that we have to turn into the district to make sure that, hey, this is what we're doing, we're keeping up with that, and we're keeping things fresh and new. They made pizza. So we do have a cooking program that we still have with Catholic Charities, which is a nutrition program. But one thing that has inspired, they only get to do that about once a month. So some of the things that it's kind of inspired is for us and the staff to kind of want to do more cooking projects with them. That's not just with Catholic Charities. So it's nice to know that once we kind of have an independent contractor come in and teach us new skills, that our staff now can do with the staff without having to rely on an outside person coming in. Projects are always some of the things that they do as well. So there's some other pictures of the kiddos and some great smiles. So some of our outcomes that I want to focus on, because I think we focused on some of the requirements, which is obviously the outcome of making sure that kids' attendance is definitely spiked, which is something that we've been trying to get. So a lot of the students who started the program with us, for instance, this year, we were at 70 and we lost 2 students, and the only reason those students did not return to program is because they moved. So we definitely have seen a shift from, maybe some parents not feeling comfortable because it's a longer day, or the kids are too young and they don't want to stay for such a long day from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. every day, pretty much kids being at school or with us. This year, we've definitely seen that there hasn't been anybody drop out for any reason except something like moving. So we take that as, definitely a good outcome. But community building, so we want to make sure that we allow the youth to build relationships with others that live in the Canal community and outside of their school community. Some of the ways that we do that was we collaborate with local organizations and enhance the range of activities available to students to build support networks. So there's a BACR that runs an after-school program at the school right across the street, and they're a nonprofit as well, kind of doing similar work. But what we've been able to do this year is team up with them and have some outdoor playtime so that all the kids get together and they're doing some type of program together. So that's definitely been nice for them to have. Also, since it's nice being in a room like this and learning about all the other opportunities as well, but the district is giving us a lot of different ideas. Like there's I think, a volleyball called Pump It Up that is coming up. That's all free for all kids 10 to 14. So we're also advertising for the kids to do more things, even if that is outside of us, like outside of our hours at least. So making sure that they stay connected and they know somebody that knows somebody, and they're always have something to do. The socio-emotional learning, so work with the youth to build lifelong skills and self-awareness, connection, building self-management and conflict resolution. We connect students, an example of how we do that as well is we connect students to counseling or mental health resources to ensure their emotional needs are addressed. So I mentioned before, there's a mental health branch in the YMCA SF now. I'm a part of a cohort there, so I'm a direct line if we know a kid that maybe is struggling and they're getting some sort of help at school, but they may need additional resources. What I do is kind of create a linkage straight to the parents of, hey, this person can help either guide you towards getting maybe more one-on-one help, what to do, how to answer questions when it comes to how to become that word always messes me up, eligible, in other ways and resources that they may get extra resources and help, or a one-on-one one session done with a therapist from the YMCA as well is something that we have started and something that we're going to continue to do. Progress and quality to uphold our commitment to continuous growth. We conduct 2 parent surveys and program assessments twice a year. This helps us refine our approach and ensure that we're consistently providing the highest quality care and support to our students. I believe that's one of the PQAs that was handed out. That's done by either me or my supervisor, which is the senior director, who comes in program, who's kind of looking for certain things of how are we hitting the standards of how our program is running. Another thing that's additional, that is kind of an impartial person to do that, is Mike Taylor, which is a district employee. He does 2 additional walkthroughs of our program every year, probably more because he's here a little bit more often, but 2 very intentional walkthroughs. And we make sure that we're hitting that mark and we get feedback from that as well. But yeah, that's pretty much, I think, all that I have to present. Does anybody have any questions?
Anybody have any questions for Bethel?
What age you said?
Elementary.
Elementary.
Yeah. So TK to 5th grade, but let's say a 5th grader is graduating this year, we will still take them for summer camp. So until they're fully in middle school, that we will take them.
Any questions? Hello from the audience, any questions?
I just want to say how much I appreciate that you work with the schools on what to work on. That is no small task. I know from work I've done as well, and so that is huge.
And to have and to have teachers that are working with us, and that's overtime on their part as well. So we appreciate that, and I've gotten, not to brag on Ani Sanchez, she's not here, but at least 2 emails this year from teachers and school psychologists to let me know how, integral she is and how helpful she's been with a lot of their lives inside and out of our program. So
it's a huge difference.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it. And now we'll go to 5G, Tamalpais Adult School, English as a Second Language. Welcome up.
Can I stay here?
Sure. Let me just give you your intro. Is that right? Okay. What's that? Yeah, you want me to do it?
Yeah.
Okay, so the Tamalpais Adult School provides a free English as a Second Language class at the Albert J. Borrell Community Center with a goal to apply language, critical thinking, and transferable skills to real-world contexts. The program is attractive to local adults, especially those with children that attend nearby Bahia Vista School. The term of the proposed adult program is from September 15th, 2025 to May 20th, 2026, with breaks during school holidays. Tamalpais Adult School is requesting a full fee waiver valued at $2,945 for use of a meeting room on Mondays and Wednesdays from 8:30 a.m. to 11 a.m. This activity fits really well in the center's schedule and purpose and is well received by community participants. This evening, we have Sue Hall, the assistant director of the Tamalpais Adult School, here to support their application.
Thank you. And you two have been here many times, so I'm gonna try to be quick. I know it's late, so, a lot of amazing things to share tonight, so thank you so much for, everybody. We are just feeling really lucky that we are still here at Albuquerque. This is our favorite site to work in. But I'll just give you a quick overview. The Tam Adult School has been around for about 100 years, which is amazing, 97 or something, 95. I can't believe that, but anyway, and it was started really to help people coming out of the war, but now we serve GT, diploma, ESL, and healthcare pathways programs for adults in our community. And that's all Marin community or anyone who really wants to come. You can come from the East Bay, we do have some who actually come over to that. So that is what we offer. Everything is free and the program.
For the recording, for the mic, please put on the chair.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yep.
Hit it.
It's it's good here. It's on.
Oh, for recording.
Yeah.
Got it, thank you. But anyway, so brief overview, we offer 4 levels of ESL classes in 5 locations, and Albert J. Borough is one. We have Via Vista at night, the Tam Adult School in Carlisle and Larkspur, Redwood High School, and Archie Williams High School out in San Anselmo. And again, it's all free, but we try, the purpose is also to try to come to where the students are, where they live. And that's why this site has been really key for its location. And we try to offer it to mainly Bahia Vista parents, but really it's open to anyone living in the area. And we've been here for about 8 years. So you can go ahead and flip it. That's already what I've said, so we're just all over. Those are our sites. We also have online classes. People really prefer in person. They love our teachers. We're so thankful for our teachers. But we do want to offer Zoom classes for some folks, especially now who may not feel comfortable coming in. And also, people have a lot going on and families at home. So we'll always offer our online classes. Our home care aid and our medical front office program and introduction to healthcare pathways, I'll talk about a little bit later. Those are some incredible programs run by Jessie Morales, who's amazing, who some of you may know. She's the teacher and coordinator for that program. These are some of our partners. I already mentioned many of them. Canal Alliance, amazing resource for our students. Someone just came, Leo came from Canal Alliance and gave a workshop for career coaching to our students. And, it's so funny. The time is a bad time, so a lot of people didn't come, but the Canal Alliance has been incredible. Everybody knows that, so I won't go on and on. College of Marin has also been incredible. We have a counselor on campus who works with our students to then educate, go further in their education, and many of them are inspired to do that, so they've been incredible. Already talked about the other ones, so you can keep going. This is you guys, which is amazing. We have our teachers, we'll talk about it later, but on Monday and Wednesday from 8:45 to 10:45, we have a class here, and the students love it here. They love it here. They can walk, many of them walk, and they love the teacher. And we have an incredible volunteer now who speaks 4 languages, English, Spanish, French, and Portuguese, and she is just giving up her time and working with our teacher, and she's like another teacher. She's vetted through our district. Our district is very strict about that, but she's been incredible, and that's a new addition this year. We hope she's going to stick around next year and get her teaching credential, so we're really excited about her. We do assessments 5 per year on El Civics exams. We also do a pre and post test in reading, English and the English language, and it's really neat because now we have a new program where the teachers can see exactly where the students need extra support. So Linda is our new teacher, and she's very good at tailoring that for individual students. Total cost is about $24,000. That's mainly staffing. Okay. That's last year. I just had to put that in as a shout out to Cindy, who is this amazing teacher, and she's back getting her sports psychology degree. So she says she'll come back. I'm going to hold her to it, but we'll see. And then these are our teachers this year. Jessie is the one who I'm going to talk about with the healthcare pathways. Linda is the main teacher here. Louisa is the paraeducator. She's actually in the Army and she's out on assignment right now. And then William Borges works with Jessie in the home care aids program. This is Linda and Simone in their classroom, and the picture down below is a healthcare program. But what they do is often group in groups of 2 and work with the student, and they are serious about their instruction. Every time I come in, I try to almost hide in the background because I don't want to interrupt what's going on in there. So they're wonderful. So these are 3 classes. We've had the home care aid for a long time. It's an award-winning program, but we now have something called a medical front office assistant. And we know that that's a big need. Healthcare is obviously a huge need in the community everywhere, Marin, California, the US. And so we just put together a new program, and I have some flyers because I really want to help market that program. It's been incredible, and people often get jobs right away. We have job fairs, job shadows. It's been an incredible pipeline, really, and the students love it. They're so inspiring to me, to be honest, of what these students are doing in their own lives, but then they're also furthering their education to improve their life and then get on a different pathway. So I'll talk a little bit more about that later. I just wanted to provide that in Spanish. These are our teachers for the home care aid program. That's Deb Meschel in the middle. She was a school nurse for a really long time. Now she teaches at Dominican. Linda Boyer Chu is another nurse who works in San Francisco. Really dynamic team, incredible. Jessie on the left is just, everybody loves her. She's very dynamic. This is our medical front office program. I have these flyers with me. Please spread the word. It's open to everyone. It's totally free. You come out 6 or 7 weeks later, ready to get a job. And if you guys get those job postings, you'll see there's so many opportunities for a front office assistant in our community. And this is the home care aid program. We also are offering workshops this year. We didn't do this last year, but we felt that we needed to help, especially with what's going on in immigration, and know your rights workshops. That's been well attended. And then college coaching, digital literacy. We also have career coaching, like I spoke about before, and citizenship prep. But this is April. March we had 5. So we're going to try to do a rotated classes. It's hard to get people to come with the time. But, this is Kyle. He's our College of Marin counselor, and again, he works with our students to move forward in their careers and their education. He's been wonderful. And this is just our contact info. If anybody has questions or wants to give our information to others who may want to join our programs or register for our programs, everything's online at tamadultschool.org. And of course, it's all accessible. You can register. It's free, easy to get to. But there it is also for everybody who needs it. So thank you. I'm trying to quickly, my East Coast New York side came out there. So, but I'm happy to answer any questions. I know it's late, so.
Hi.
Hi.
So all the class is teaching in English and Spanish, right?
English. No, English.
English.
Yeah, and we have many languages. It's not all
Okay,
Spanish,
so,
mostly, but not all.
You have a career technique class also teaching in there?
Yes, English,
Okay.
and we have multi-language support.
That's good.
Yes, yes, yes.
What else? What the website link?
Tam Adult, okay, it's tamadultschool.org. And you can get there just by putting that in, or you can go through the TAM district. And it's in there as well.
School.org.
Tamalpais Adult School.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then we can register in own age?
Yes, over 18.
Yeah, over 18.
Yeah.
But so you enroll for the whole year?
Yeah, so it is for the whole year. Good question. We do it sort of by semester, so people can really come in, I would say anytime, but it's usually a waiting list. So it's good to get it in August. And then we usually more people enter in October, and then again in January, and then again in March. So it's really 4 main times in the year, but it's a rolling admission. So, and as long as we have a space, we want to bring people in. And we actually have, still have a few spaces even in this morning class, which is amazing. It only has room for about 14 to 16 people, but right now we only have like 12. So most of our other classes are pretty full right now, and they're going to be over at the end of May. But if any, people should register whenever they want, because it just puts them on a list. And for our home care aid and medical front office, we're totally open. We have spots available. Yeah, thank you for asking that.
Any other questions for committee members?
And they mostly sign up online, is that right?
Yes, but they can also just call us anytime, and 3 out of the 5 of us are Spanish speaking in the office, so they definitely will reach somebody who speaks Spanish.
We've got slips of paper up at the front desk, so while people come in and ask, so we can give them the phone number. And
Yeah.
call.
You have an online class, you said?
We do have an online
What
class.
time?
It's Mondays and Wednesdays from 5:30 to 7:38. Yeah. Yeah,
there's a
good
fee
class, great
involved?
teacher.
Yeah.
There's a fee for
Nope.
enrollment?
No fee. Yeah. All materials are free as well.
And the student, when they enroll, you make the assessment for divide the class from
Yes.
level 1 to 5.
That's
2 to
right,
4?
that's right, basic through 4.
Oh, okay.
Basic through 3, it's different other places play, but we have it basic through 3.
Oh, okay. Is that the same with the level in the College of Marine?
No, we might be off by 1, the way we break it down with our assessment, but we use the same assessments. But they're basically the same. It's every school divides it differently based on need. So it's like a little different, but it's similar.
Okay.
I could look at it and show you where it aligns, but
I
it's
can
similar.
look at the website to see the level, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Thank you.
And you can also call us. I can explain
Yeah.
it.
Thank you.
It's good school. I was 6 semester.
Oh,
long
yeah.
time ago.
I remember you told us that
Yeah,
last time. Yeah.
It's good school.
That's really
believe
neat. Yeah,
My English is from this school.
that's great. Yeah. We have incredible people, and our
Yeah.
students are incredible, and they're amazing people, and generous and resilient and so kind. It's really fun. It's really fun to be there. Yeah. Same group.
Any other questions?
Mhm.
Apart from the audience, any questions? All right. Well, Sue
Thank
was
you
giving
so
a
much.
presentation at Bahia Vista School this afternoon. She was afraid she's gonna be late, but,
So, it's okay. Yeah, I know.
Thank you
I got
for
here early anyway. Yeah.
Now we're gonna move to our final one, 5H. Raisa's still in Canal, we're in Link, Raisa's still in Canal. We've got, since the packets went out, we received, their budget information, so we'll quickly, everybody can have a copy of that. This program provides Latino youth and families access to community programs they need to overcome barriers and thrive, empowering them to realize their full potential as residents of Marin County. The term for the proposed youth after school program is from August 25th, 2025, through June 12th, 2026, with breaks during school holidays. The program is requesting a full fee waiver valued at $11,424 for use of the teen room Monday through Friday from 3 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. And we've got the staff here that's going to be doing a presentation. Look at that, you're already dialed in and ready to go.
Exactly. Thanks,
Hello,
Doc.
everyone. My name is Maite and here's Yabar, and we are Raíces del Canal. And first of all, thank you so much for giving us the opportunity to present.
So sorry. Gonna try one more time. Here we go.
Our mission is born out of 20 years of developing and implementing community programs alongside the Latino community in the Canal neighborhood. At Raíces del Canal, we're dedicated to building an equitable future in the Canal neighborhood, San Rafael and Marin County, by providing Latino youth and families access to the community programs they need to overcome barriers and thrive. And we envision a Canal neighborhood, San Rafael and Marin, where Latino youth and families live in dignity and are empowered to realize their full potential as residents of Marin County. On behalf of our team, we really want to express our immense gratitude to the Pickleweed Advisory Committee and the staff of the Albert J. Borough Community Center for welcoming us into your space and providing us with a venue to continue and expand our essential work alongside the Canal community. So thank you for giving us a home.
And our areas of focus are environmental justice, literacy and academic support, youth leadership, mental health, and community art. And we thought we'll spare you some of these long descriptions of our programs, but if you would like for us to reference them in questions or anything, we can, but we have a slideshow for you, pictures. But just quickly, some of the programs are environmental justice program, our literacy and academic support program, our women's mental health program, and our community art program. And here is a picture from the upcycling sewing class as part of our environmental justice program, where students learn to use materials and learn about waste reduction and how to keep things out of the landfill and how to make beautiful things out of upcycled textiles and sewing. It's our community art program with a real environmental justice and young environmentalist lens. This is our literacy and academic support program. The gentleman you see there is actually a former student in our programs that is now one of the teachers and educators and giving back to the next generation in a way that this type of work really helped him. And so it's great to see that. And that's really one of our goals, is that the community is helping the community, and Raíces del Canal is a place where we bring that kind of opportunity for people.
And we have here our students learning about our environmentalism. They learn about the plants, they learn about what's the environment, about medicine. They learn about what are we doing with what can we do with certain plants, what plant hosts what insect and bird. And so we learn with this to educate and to really educate the heart. Young kids fall in love with nature, and they really, it's amazing how they learn and how they want to protect it, and how they want to really create an environment that works for everybody.
Exactly. And then the work that we do here in the teen room during the week, Monday through Friday, takes us out into the gardens that we have. And we have gardens that we've developed outside and in the community, urban gardens in the canal. And so we do have weekly and monthly events where we host these events at the different sites. And a lot of the preparation, the environmental education for the kids is done here in the teen room, and then they are able to apply it outside at these gardens. So yeah, like Maite said, you saw that they had that starter of that plant. So here they might be working with that starter of the plant, but then they'll take it and they'll plant it at the gardens and tend to it and see it grow. This one, we just want to show you guys the amazing rainbow. And it's the picture's a bit stretched, but just showing you that the hands-on nature of our program, that we like to get our hands dirty with our volunteers, with our directors, and everyone, all hands in. And you can see a part of our garden that we have planted, and that used to just be a bare patch right there. And so we're just continuing to add green spaces now and urban gardens.
Where is that?
This is right there behind, see that building? That is Picante Taqueria.
Oh, yeah.
So just if you walk down this path right here, and on Fridays, we actually do take the kids on nature walks in the neighborhood, either along the bay or to our gardens. And that's one of our perfect paths, because it's straight from Alburo to Picante and back. And the kids love that path.
Yeah.
And then here you can see our combination of volunteers, parents, kids, all working together to build urban gardens. And then this is Don Ernesto, or I'm sure a lot of people here know Don Ernesto Olmos. And he is someone who we have collaboration with, and we're going to get to a slide where we explain that a bit. Here we go. And I'll read this for you all. So Raíces del Canal consistently collaborates with Ernesto Hernandez Olmos, a multi-talented artist and indigenous teacher from Oaxaca, Mexico, to lead workshops that incorporate ancestral teachings, art, music, storytelling, and cultural practices. These sessions aim to help participants heal and reconnect with their heritage and build a stronger sense of identity and confidence. Ernesto's extensive experience in art and cultural programs in the Bay Area enriches the partnership, fostering healing and empowerment within the community. And our co-sponsorship with the community center has allowed us to host Don Ernesto, have him for workshops, and we're looking at, bringing him more and more. We really want to expand on that partnership, and we love that he's done a lot of great work here and that he has a great relationship already pre-existing with the center. And so we can show you guys a million more pictures, and we can always send you more if you need more, but we wanted to just be kind of conscious of the time.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Any of the committee members have questions?
There was women empowering.
Yes.
What's
The Latino Women's Mental Health Program. And I should have left it up there for us to go back to. I hope I didn't mess with Becky's flow. And one moment.
So the Latino Women's Mental Health Program, the Raíces del Canal Latino Women's Mental Health Program provides Latino mothers in our community with culturally sensitive mental health education led by Raíces del Canal staff and indigenous cultural educators in an effort to heal the mental health and of Latino women and mothers in the canal. What we do with that is we gather women and mothers that want to participate, and we have conversations about basically we have done a series of questionnaires about what's relevant to them. Living in the canal, living in San Rafael, living in Marin County, what can we do to maybe help alleviate stressors and also build friendship and with other folks? Because one thing that we have heard is that we all live in isolation, and that's very, very true for women who are constantly pulled in different directions, jobs, household, and kids and other adults caring for parents and everybody, and they do have to have somewhere to recharge themselves, to be able to, be at their best and be healthy and be prepared to do all those roles.
Any other questions? Sergio?
Oh, I was just wondering how long this program has been going.
Well, we are a new organization, 2 years. However, the work has been done for over 20 years in different with different organizations. So I have had the pleasure of working in this community for over 20 years. Yeah. So I have a lot of experience working with parents, with children, with teenagers. And so out of those experiences, we decided this is what we need for our kids at this time. Also parents also have told us what areas of concerns they have and what they see their kids needing. as well.
Great, thank you.
Where's your office?
It's
That computer that goes all over.
Yeah, I mean, that's a great way to say it. That's a great way to say it. We are so appreciative of this community center because the library, we have a great relationship with the library. They have a table that we use. We each work at our home offices. Currently, we do not rent an office. And this is, once again, we just want to say thank you for this first year because it really gave us a home and a venue to feel solid on solid ground and expand our work. Because we didn't have a location and we were doing it at other locations and a bit, floating in the wind. So it's great to have a home. The first year has been fantastic and we're excited to build on it, really.
Fabulous.
Anybody in the audience have any questions for them?
Maite, can you tell us more about where the gardens are located?
Oh, yeah. We have 5 gardens. One is located right in front of the Picante Taqueria. There is a path that was really ugly and just barren. Then we have 2 at the Fruteria Bellam on Belvedere and Bellam. One behind the wall that is strictly medicinal herbs, and then on the other side of the entrance of the parking lot, we have a tomato patch. And last year, that tomato patch gave us 150 platelets that we distributed in our family events. And this year we are hoping that at least we have 200 tomato plants to distribute.
And we wanted to keep the slideshow teen room heavy, so we picked all those pictures. But at the end of the school year, we have an urban garden report that we'll give to everyone. And it'll be a print report, and we'll have a digital version where it'll be kind of focused on the urban garden and stuff. Great.
Well, thank you.
Thank
I
you.
just want to say that tonight was really a good representation of the city's purposeful intent. So usually most cities have recreation departments where it's staff putting on programs, but the city of Santa Fe always wanted staff to do so, but also partner. And through all these collaborations, we're building a web that can ebb and flow and take care of this community a lot better. And it was purposeful, and tonight was a perfect example of all these fantastic programs. So thank you, everybody. All right, you guys are still welcome to stay, or you're welcome to go. We have a few more items on our agenda, but we know it's getting late for you, so.
I love that we got to see everyone else's.
That's great.
It was really great. Yeah.
Learned a lot. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you and congratulations on
It
your
is
final
really
beginning.
It was just a duplicate of it.
Okay, we're gonna move to item number 6.
Yeah, that's the action.
And these are brief reports on any meetings or community events attended by community members. We'll just go around. Louise, we'll start with you.
Thank you.
And you can pass, you don't have to.
I can't think of it.
You're okay? All right. Janet? No updates?
Oh, I did get the general manager.
You did? Nobody even called me. That's good. Congratulations. Hi, do you have any community updates? Do you have any community updates for the committee? No? Sergio?
I was admiring the murals today.
Isn't it beautiful?
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, Rich spearheaded
Yeah, I
that
know.
one.
That's great.
Multi-year.
Thank you,
project.
Rich.
Yep.
Thank you
Thank
to
you.
all, everybody.
And I saw the one driving in that he said that
On the corner?
Yeah.
It's kind of cool the way it wraps down, like you don't notice it at first. and when you
well,
see
they
it-
took it down, so I was wondering what was happening.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Yeah, and then the new
Great.
part that comes down when you're on, Turner,
okay,
so you can see it wrapping around. Which is
very
interesting.
cool.
Darlene?
Well, I attended last March, the 2-week for PACT and I attended last Tuesday with Voces del Canal because I was in Voces del Canal and no more I am. But they have a new members, new volunteers from here, from the community, and they invite me because they like to know what I am doing right now. And I say, well, I am in the police community in Pickleweed Park, and I invite to them to improve in Voces del Canal because Voces del Canal is good team. And I am happy to be part to Voces and right now to be part from here in police.
Good.
Community, yeah.
Good.
I am happy for that.
Good.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
May I ask, what is Voces de Canal working on currently?
They are working in different things right now. They are working with brick for art.
Oh.
They are working in sometime in health. And they I would say with police for better connection with the police.
Good.
Yeah, better connection, and they have many things. They work too with people. The old people live around here next to the water. It's for about the rain.
Sea level rise?
Sea level rise, oh.
They have a different
Okay.
type of
Great.
work.
Thank you,
Yeah.
thank you.
Salad ladies is working. Yeah.
Great.
All right. Well, thank you. We're going to move to item number 7, and I'll make this one quick. Usually I'm more extensive since we're going so late. It's kind of our supervisor update. Due to the rainy weather, our drop-in indoor pickleball session was extended through this week. We've had 376 individuals since December 3rd come through. We will be doing a youth class this summer, but we just kind of tape out 3 courts in the gymnasium, and we find that once the weather gets nice, people don't come, so it's not worth our staff time setting it up. So we just kind of do during the rainy season each year, and it was a great success. The Pickleweed Park Enhancement Project is moving along nicely. We're still shooting for a summer opening, so it's fingers crossed, but it's looking good so far. The Pickleweed Library renovation is currently scheduled to start at the end of August, so they'll be closing down at the end of summer, and that's probably about a year project before it reopens again. The Canal Youth and Family Council will hold their annual egg hunt in the gymnasium on Saturday, April 12th at 10 o'clock. And then we held a Facebook and in-person ballot poll to select our October movie in the park. And the clear winner was Mufasa this year. So our movie will be in October. I think it's the 3rd off the top of my head. We did have one of our committee members vote. And I'm sorry, her vote didn't make it. But our movie is always shown in Spanish with English subtitles. And prior to the movie, we plan to again hold the community outreach event. We have that in the last few years. The Pickleweed Advisory Committee's annual report to the Park and Recreation Commission will be at 6 o'clock on Thursday, April 17th at the San Rafael Community Center. This is a report I'm putting together with statistics from our last year, 2024, and we bring to them. In the past, we haven't done this in the last few years, but in the past, many of the members from this committee would go to their meetings, so you can kind of get a face-to-face with them. So I will be sending out reminders, but if you're available on Thursday, April 17th, it'd be great. And as many of you as possible come.
What time?
To that. It's at 6 p.m. downtown San Rafael, B Street next to Safeway.
Okay.
But I'll send a reminder as we get closer
please, thank you.
It's just good for the committee. Andre, who's usually here, he's on that committee and he's kind of the liaison. And this committee answers to them. So every year we have to give a report saying, this is what we, how we waived fees and everything else we did. At our upcoming June meeting, in addition to voting on all the proposals we received this evening, we may be receiving an update on the Pickleweed preschool remodel that they'll be doing hopefully next year, and a proposal, as Rich hinted about the signage art along the waterfront path. So that's coming up at our next meeting possibly. And so before I forget, before we leave, I want to take a group picture for the PowerPoint for the Park and Rec Commission meeting too, if we could do that afterwards. And then my final thing is I've given notice and I am going to be retiring and leaving at the end of August.
Oh.
Yeah. So, yeah. So, but I gave plenty of notice, so they're recruiting and time to cross over. Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah, Christine's part of our staff up at the Terra Linda Community Center, so she's. Well, they're gonna do a recruitment. Yeah, they'll do a big recruitment.
Wow.
We've got great people here.
How many years you work with?
16 years here.
Woo-hoo.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
And they have someone when you left already, or is?
When I leave, no, because I just gave notice 2 weeks ago, so they're
Okay.
trying to see, maybe they're looking at if they want to reorganize or not, reclassify the position maybe, and then they'll go out and do a general recruitment, but we're encouraging inside employees to also apply as well. And then hopefully, it always takes a long time for the city to hire, but I've given enough notice where hopefully they'll have somebody on board and we can kind of cross-train for a while.
What day in August?
August 31st is my last day.
Woo.
Oh my God.
You're too
It's
young.
5 months.
You're too young to retire.
Yeah, you're so young.
I'll find something else to do.
Yeah, yeah.
Bike.
Come on, Steve.
Like around the world.
Right. Okay, well, Becky's been sitting patiently. We appreciate your help, Becky, and our next regular meeting will be on June 4th, 2025, in person here. And we will adjourn the meeting at 9:19 p.m.
Woo-hoo. Yeah.